Ang matatag na corporate governance ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pagsunod sa regulation. Ito ay tungkol din sa pagtataguyod ng kultura ng integrity at responsibility. Ngunit paano natin masusukat ang tunay na pananagutan sa loob ng isang organization? Isang maligayang pagbati po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Raymar Correa at makikita po ninyo ang aming pag-aaral ay nakasentro sa pagsusuri kung paano ang prinsipyo ng transparency and accountability in governance ay maaring maging susi sa pagpapalakas ng ethical na pamamalakad sa corporation. Kasama ko rin po dito si Leila Malacas at Jelena Faustino na mamaya ay makikita rin ninyo sa pagpapatuloy pa ng pagtatalakay ng aming presentasyon. Base sa ating background information na ang tatlong ito ay iilan lamang sa importanteng bagay sa ating pag-aaral. Sa kasalukuyang panahon, higit kailanman, mahalaga ang mas mataas na transparency at accountability sa pamamahala. Ito ang susi sa pagpapatibay ng tiwala ng publiko at mga shareholders sa ating mga organization. Sa pamamagitan ng pagiging bukas at responsable sa ating mga gawain, hindi lamang natin pinapabuti ang ating performance, kundi pinapalakas din natin ang pundasyon ng integridad sa ating lipunan.
I am Faustino Jelena, and today ay pag-uusapan natin ano nga ba yung purpose ng study na to. So this study seeks to identify the potential weaknesses sa loob ng company or ng isang business. So it offers insights that can help the organizations develop more effective and accountable practices. So by examining the openness in governance, it affects the trust, the reputation, and overall financial outcomes. So this research aims to provide a deeper understanding of transparency using this strategic tool, which is the transparency and accountability. So the findings will contribute to efforts in enhancing the transparency for long-term sustainability and stakeholder trust. And it is not just about it, but also we are seeking for the long-term success inside our businesses and company. So for our next slide. So sa slide naman na to ay pag-usapan na ano ba yung mga objectives dito sa ating research study. So number one, aalamin natin ano nga ba yung kahalagahan ng transparency and accountability in this corporate world. So mahalaga na malaman natin siya because we will be establishing a good governance in this corporate world. So number two is to understand how transparency practices can affect the performance of the company. So makikita din natin paano ba nakaka-apekto yung transparency? May maganda ba siyang naidudulot or nananatili lang siya sa pagkakaroon ng mga discrepancy inside the company? So number three is to create the culture of openness. So una, maging transparent tayo inside the company. Next is ma-build yung trust, not just the stakeholders but also in the members, the employees, and the leaders of the corporation. And to be responsible for every action that you are accountable sa roles ba niyan, sa leadership, or kahit sa mga distribution of tasks na binibigay sa atin. And also, it's essential for long-term success na lagi nating dapat tignan kung ano ba yung long-term na goal ng isang company, and that is the success of the corporation and the business. So for our next slide.
Significant of the project or the study. So this project is significant because it aims to make business work better and more efficiently by promoting openness nga or yung transparency and yung clear accountability. In here, mas natutulungan yung mga leaders to plan strategically and make ethical decision, which nagiging reason siya para magkaroon ng maayos na environment and ma-manage yung mga risk effectively, and also ma-ensure yung financial stability. It will identify the best way for companies to be transparent and accountable. So sharing this knowledge and offering practical advice on how to improve their performance and build stronger relationship also with the stakeholder. So, and structure of the project. So, una-una meron tayong introductions, which is it tells you what the project is all about. It explains why the topic is important and what the project want to achieve. Next is discussion of key concepts. So this section explains the main ideas and theories that are important for understanding the topic. The data gathering naman, this is where the project explain how it collect information. So in discussion, dito naman is yung na-achieve ba ng project yung dapat na gawin. So executive summary, this is a very short summary of the entire project. So it's highlight the most important findings and what could happen if the project suggests or follow. So tutungo naman tayo sa mga tasks ng bawat member. So unang-una ay si Raymar Correa. So the research director. So dito, siya yung in charge sa mga nangyayari everyday sa ating research na ginagawa. So next naman is Jelena Faustino, the research associate. So siya naman ang in charge sa mga collection ng mga data natin. They also think about how the project is going and can suggest better ways of doing things. And lastly, me, Leila Malakas, which I am responsible being the principal investigator. So, I am the one who responsible sa entire na research na ginagawa namin. And I must make sure na laging nakakarating sa aking mga member lahat ng mga information.
Para po sa ating review of related literature, naghanap tayo ng mga pag-aaral para magbigay emphasis sa ating research. So, pasadahan lang po natin ito. Ang una po dito ay strengthen corporate governance and financial compliance, enhancing accountability and transparency. Ito raw ay tungkol sa direktang paglalayong mapataas ang pananagutan at pagiging bukas sa lahat ng aspeto ng operasyon ng isang corporation. Ang pangalawa naman po ay corporate sustainability reporting, linkage of corporate disclosure information and performance indicator. Ito naman ay tungkol sa paglalayong iugnay ang impormasyong ibinubunyag ng kampanya sa tunay nitong performance sa isyong kapaligiran, panlipunan at pang-ekonomiya. Ang pangatlo naman ay corporate governance, empowering business through transparency. Ipinapaliwanag nito kung paano ang mahusay na corporate governance na nakabatay sa transparency ay maaring magbigay ng kapangyarihan at magpaunlad ng isang negosyo sa pamamagitan ng pagpapatibay ng tiwala at pagiging kaakit-akit sa stakeholders. Ang pang-apat naman natin ay enhancing corporate transparency and accountability. Tinatalakay nito ang iba't ibang legal na pamamaraan at strategy na maaring gamitin upang mapabuti ang antas ng transparency at accountability sa loob ng korporasyon. Ang panglima naman ay transparency and firm evaluation. Sinusuri nito ang relasyon sa pagitan ng antas ng transparency ng isang kumpanya at kung paano ito nakakaapekto sa halaga o valuation nito sa merkado. At ang huli naman po ay corporate governance mechanisms and sustainability performance, the mediating role of ethical conduct. Ipinapakita nito kung paano ang iba't ibang mechanism ng corporate governance ay nakakaapekto sa sustainability performance ng isang kumpanya. Para sa ating definition of relevant terms and concept, meron tayong mga terminology dito na nakita nating makakatulong sa ating pananaliksik. So, ang una rito ay ang long-term sustainability. Ito ay tumutukoy sa isang kakayahan ng isang organization na hindi patuloy na umiral nang hindi nakakompromiso ang kakayahang ng mga sumusunod na henerasyon. Ang sumunod ay ang firm valuation. Ito ang proseso ng pagtukoy sa tinatayang halaga pang-ekonomiya ng isang kumpanya o negosyo. Ang sumusunod ay ang corporate transparency. Ito ang antas kung saan ang isang kumpanya ay nagbubunyag ng mahalagang impormasyon tungkol sa mga operation, pagganap sa pananalapi, instruktura at mga desisyon. Sunod ay ang stakeholder trust. Ito ang antas ng paniniwala at kumpiyansa na meron ang isang iba't ibang grupo na may interes sa isang kumpanya. Sinundan ito ng market valuation. Ang kabubuang alaga ng isang kumpanya ayon sa kasalukuyang presyo ng kalakalan. At ang huli ay ang ethical conduct. Ito ang pagsunod sa mga moral na prinsipyo at pamantayan ng hindi mali sa lahat ng aspeto.
So now we will be focusing on the processes when it comes to establishing a good governance, the transparency and accountability. So the processes involved in promoting transparency and accountability include corporate reporting and disclosure. So napakahalaga na magkaroon tayo ng disclosement of records ng isang company, especially sa financial reports yan kasi dito makikita natin kung ano ba yung mga nangyayari inside the finance department, reporting department, auditings, and other accounting department. So, napakalaga na ma-disclose natin siya sa mga stakeholders at maibaba natin siya sa mga leaders or members with per department in our corporation. And we will be conducting both internal and external audits. So, gaya na nasabi ko kanina, isa sa part ng accounting department is yung mga audits or auditor. And we will be encouraging stakeholder engagement through open communication. So, pag-encourage natin ng mga stakeholder when it comes to communicating is napakahalaga din. Hindi lang yung company mismo ang mag-open ng communication to stakeholders but also by vice versa, si stakeholders din ay magiging open for communication sa isang company na hindi lang natin ma-practice yung transparency towards stakeholders but also yung mga stakeholders ay ma-practice din nila how they will disclose information, data na meron sila so that we will aim and establish a good governance inside the company, especially sa transparency ng mga records and pag-disclose ng mga reports. So for our next slide. So now, titignan natin ano ba yung isa sa pinaka-effective na system na pwede natin gamitin sa pagpapatakbo ng isang business or paano natin siya gagamitin inside our company. So, ito yung ERP or which is the Enterprise Resource Planning System. So, it helps to promote the transparency by automating core business processes. So, it ensures accurate data and improving efficiency across departments. So, napakahalaga ng ERP kasi dun pa lang sa mismong word niya is planning or resource planning. Pinaplano na niya from the data, from transforming it into information and binababa to per department na makikita natin how efficient it is to use para mas ma-secure natin yung transparent data na maipapasa din natin sa mga stakeholders. So makikita natin ito daw yung core business processes. So isa to sa madalas gamitin ng mga company, the ERP system na ma-promote natin yung transparency sa records, reporting of financial statements and mapakita natin kung ano ba yung tinatakbo ng ating company.
So now, tutungo na tayo sa mga possible challenges and opportunities of the company. So the challenges is in corporate governance revolve around truly embedding transparency and accountability within the organization. Kasi minsan, may mga companies na yung pinapakita nilang transparency as well ang real substance. Kumbaga, may maipakita lang. And in the opportunities naman, so kapag ang isang corporate governance strongly emphasize accountability, transparency into its operation, nakakabuo tayo ng significant advantages. this is also focus leads to a better financial result over time. So, build stronger trust with stakeholder and sa mga consumer nila. So, it's really a good opportunity to them. So, in the first figure, ang nakalagay is business data. So, dito, lahat is nagsisimula. It represents all everyday things a business does, sales, purchase, production, employees, activities, and everything. So, in the next table is the ERP system. So, dito, with the help of ERP system, is tinutulungan yung company para ma-manage lahat ng information sa isang companies. And the next one is the financial system and audit report. So, the information from the ERP, so lahat na nanggagaling sa ERP, is ginagamit siya para makakreate ng isang financial record o kaya audit report. So, this report provide a summary for the companies para sa kanilang financial report. And then next, of course, meron tayong stakeholder, transparency, and accountability. So, in stakeholder are all the people who have an interest in the company. So, sila yung may share dun sa isang company. And then next, of course, transparency. Meaning, the company is open and clear about its financial performance and operation. So, next is the accountability. So, accountability in the company can be held responsible for its action and financial result by its stakeholder. So, if meron tayong transparency, meron tayong accountability, of course, our stakeholder will trust us and will be to us.
Para naman sa method used in data collection, sa aming pananaliksik gumamit kami ng quantitative survey bilang pangunahing paraan ng pagpapalaganap ng data. Ang mga data na kinolekta gamit ang isang dichotomous online survey kung saan ang mga respondents ay pumili lamang sa dalawang posibleng sagot para sa bawat tanong. Ang survey na ito ay pinamahalaan sa pamamagitan ng online platform upang maabot ang malawak na bilang ng mga kalahok sa isang mahusay at sistematikong paraan.
So, tutungo naman tayo sa secondary collection data. So, it's actually about the corporate governance, disclosure, and annual reports quality sa company ng Vietnam. So, imagine you're trying to understand how well companies in Vietnam are run by looking at their yearly report. So, sa research na to is pinapakita lang na if companies that tell you more about how they are managed also have a better yearly report. So, some people think that if the company share more important about it, management, the report will automatically be better. So, this is whole research, the like secondary research is actually and somehow is magka-connect siya dun sa data collection na we want to see, we want to achieve, and we want to analyze. So the research actually found a specific point, a tipping point, kung saan kapag nag-share ka daw ng more than a certain amount of information about how the company is, masasabi mo na maganda talaga yung pagpapatakbo ng isang company. So, ang pinaka-main takeaway is that in Vietnam, kapag ang isang company ay truly open and share a lot how it manage their they are much more like to have an excellent yearly report. So, this suggests that there are real benefit for companies to be a very transparent about their governance.
So, in this category naman, pag-usapan natin yung perception of transparency. So, the data shows that 90% of the respondents believe that their company is transparent with financial reporting and timely and communication. However, only 70% feel that the company provides enough information on environmental and social impact. Now, while for accessibility to governance, it has a lower at 65%, and only 60% believe that the company consistently provides honest public statements. So the highlights areas where transparency can still be improved. So makikita natin na meron pang room for improvement when it comes to transparency dito sa data na pinapakita natin based on the responses of the respondents with their experiences inside their company. So with this data presentation with the category of impact on stakeholders' trust, 80% of the respondents have a general sense of trust in their company. And the same percentage says that the transparency could influence more the trust of the employees. So 100% naman believe that increased transparency would improve their trust and they would continue to build their relationship with the company. So pag naging remain transparent ang isang company, mas makikita daw dito na mas magi-improve yung trust ng mga employees. However, only 80% feel that the company consistently acts in the best interest of its stakeholders. So makikita din natin na kailangan pa rin ng growth or improvement when it comes to being transparent to employees with deeper stakeholder trust na mas ma-improve din or mas ma-build natin yung stakeholder trust and relationship also with the company that we are in. So in this category naman, which in impact of corporate performance, in this survey, 100% of the respondents believe that transparency affects a company's financial performance and long-term sustainability. And around 95 to 96% naman agrees that transparency also boosts reputation. So nakakadagdag daw to ng good image and reputation of the company, and it also attracts investors and increases consumers' loyalty. So these results shows that transparency plays a key role in a company's overall success. So it is one of the foundation talaga or basic foundation when we want to have a good governance inside our company. So now in this slide, let's get on to it. So this is the analysis of collected data through our survey earlier. So now, the majority of participants believe that their company demonstrate transparency in these aspects. Number one is in the financial reporting. So makikita natin dito na nagkaroon daw ng clear and accurate financial statements that helps the stakeholders understand the company's performance and financial position. This can also include the balances or the balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow reports. So on the second one, the decision making. So makikita din natin dito how transparency affects the decisions made, especially at the executive level. This could involve open discussions, clear reasoning behind the decisions, and the involvement of the key stakeholders. So makikita din natin dito, when it comes to decision making, nandoon yung inclusivity ng mga stakeholders. Not just by that, but the boards, the leaders, or any other member of the company. And lastly, the governance. So dito mas makikita natin how the transparency really affects the company. So in governance, the structures and policies that ensures accountability, fairness, and transparency in the management of the company. So mahalaga na magkaroon tayo ng mga structured policies, rules, and regulations na mas makikita natin na magagamit siya with ethical standards na hindi lamang hindi to makaapekto with our unethical behavior, but it will improve more the ethical behavior of each member of the company. This includes the board of directors, executive roles, and other compliance with the regulations and ethical standards. So now, this tree is the part of our collected data. Ito yung nakita natin sa responses ng mga respondents with how transparency really affect their company. So now for our next slide.
So, and justification of data collection method. So, overall, sa lahat ng survey natin, pinapakita lang na napakahalaga ng transparency and accountability in company, especially sa areas ng financial report, how decisions are made, and how it governed. So, maganda talaga na open sila sa mga employees nila. So, the survey results show that being open and responsible are not just trendy words. So, in that, pinapakita lang sa survey na kapag ang isang company is open and honest about how it operates, mas nagtitiwala ang mga tauhan nila sa kanila. Which is, nakakatulong siya para ma-build yung strong relationship and achieve yung long-term success. So, transparency and accountability is really must in a corporate governance.